You girls all love full fat Coke, full fat.
Yes.
Everything.
I like Diet Coke.
I'm the complete opposite. I'm addicted to Diet Coke. Like me and Seb have got I've got like it's an actual thing. It's got something in it you get addicted to.
Well, they replace the sugar with chemicals.
Yeah.
Oh really?
It's like an addiction. Babe, I drink Diet Coke every day of the time. I think Diet Coke tastes different in a can, or any Coke. It tastes different in a can than it does in a bottle than it does in a glass. But when you have a canned Coke,
yeah, I get what you're saying.
when you crack it open,
it's
and
fresher.
have that first sip, fuck.
Yeah, canned.
I could never. Like when you see the smoke come out. And you know it's good. And when you do the bottle one with the shit lid, it tastes so much shitter.
Yeah, no, bottled, I'll be honest, bottled's the worst.
Like when Ethan gave me the bottle Coke the other day, I went, oh.
I relate to that. I get that. I validate that for sure. Anyway.
Anywho.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back. My name is Delicious.
I'm the KB.
And I'm Labine.
And we are the girls. And we're back again for another installment.
The girls, ay,
The girls, ay, that girls, ay, that girl, ay. Right, what are we getting into today?
Today's episode is sponsored by Caffeine.
Actually, yeah,
Sugar!
Because we are three dead women.
Oh yeah, I might as well have my Red Bull.
Four.
We are
LaBelle sees dead people.
Yeah, I do. Anyway.
Right, we've all got our beverages.
Yeah, beverages. Not sponsored, but it could be. You can sponsor us because, Mama, we love a ball and we love a red.
My favourite colour's red and I love balls.
Okay, well, if you want to sponsor us, Miss Red Bull, then you can, but this is not sponsored.
No, like...
But we literally do drink Red Bulls all the time, so come on.
I do prefer a sugar-free.
I will get my management in contact, and you will accept the request, and you will pay up some money, because these girls...
What a way to invite someone to collaborate. You will spend money on us.
But love the taste.
Anyway.
Real quick, what's your favourite flavour of Red Bull?
Tropical.
The white one.
Mine's the apricot strawberry one.
No, the white one's the fucking pussy.
The coconut.
That one's kind
The white can of Red Bull.
Yeah, I like
truly. That's like Dolly Petrol. That's why I love
Dolly
it.
Petrol.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what Red Bull is.
Yeah.
Is Dole Petrol.
No, the white one.
We need to come out with a pink one and it'd be Dolly
No,
Petrol.
the pink one's cunt as well. I also do love a pink Monster.
I tried a Monster in America. If you like original Monster,
You're wrong.
It's wrong.
No, you're wrong.
It's gross.
No,
I spat it straight back out.
No. If you like normal Monster, then you will get a job at CEX in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Like it gives that. Remember when we was in America and we, the Red Bull selection is like crazy, and you can also get like coffee versions of Monster and Red Bull, and it's like extreme coffee Monster. And I'm like, oh
Heroin.
shit. And I think I brought one once in a hotel that we was in.
Yeah.
And I remember shaking to the absolute leaf.
No, it's those Celsiuses.
What's that?
Celsius is like Red
Is it another
Bull.
brand?
It's basically like 4 cans of Red Bull in a can of Celsius.
It's like,
and like people like drink it throughout the day because it's that intense. So then when I had one full because I was like, oh fuck it, mummy's old. And I had it and I actually was like shaking. And like, I had to go lay in the bed and I'm like sweating.
I had 5 shots of
Really?
coffee this morning.
Did you?
Oh, yeah.
I got to my Starbucks, she was like, do you want 5? I was like, go on.
That's a bit crazy. So last week on the pod, we spoke about things that we do that you might find weird. This was 2 episodes ago.
Right.
I have had so many people message me saying not sleepwalking, but like walking with your eyes shut is so normal.
No,
In the
that's
dark.
normal.
Yeah.
To map the house.
How?
We're not going to bring it back up, but like people have just been messaging me being like, oh my God, I do this. I thought I was the only one. I'm like, oh my God.
We're missing out, girl.
We've got a sisterhood.
I'm not missing out on anything.
I've got a sisterhood, honey. Me and the closed-eyed girls.
Well, maybe you should
going
organise.
to-
Blind women.
You should organise a house.
We're going to like a disco, you know, like a silent disco.
The Nightingales.
We're going to go to like a silent disco, but like the closed-eye disco.
So you guys are just going to link up at your house and you're going to walk around in the dark and bump into each other and go, oh, hello.
Got people buying tickets.
Yeah,
You know what? If it sells tickets, do it, girl.
If you've got people coming, then go.
Yeah, if it's someone
like
standing
Bird
up.
Box, but like La Belle Box.
Fierce.
Well, how long do you think
La
you'd
Belle
last?
Box.
Okay, how
La
long do you
Box.
think you'd last in Bird Box?
What's that one?
The one where you can't look.
You know the one where like the film's really intense and
And
you
you
have to
kill
wear a
yourself.
blindfold the whole time.
If you
Yeah.
look.
Oh shit. Oh my god. I don't know.
I think that's easier than Quiet Place.
I'm never quiet. Like I miss fucking heavy breather. I'm talking
Oh,
in
yeah.
my breath.
Yeah.
She
ow.
is. In
Like,
the mic.
so like I'm fucked.
Yeah.
Like constantly. No, but the thing is,
I can't help it that I
I'm
got a
like-
heavy flow.
I'm like, what if you really need a fart, or you really need to? If you have
Yeah.
a bad cough and you have to cough because you can't not cough.
And you can't not fart and you can't.
You've
Well,
got
you
a
can hold
viral
off a
cough.
fart for a while.
Like,
You cough.
but if you
violently.
cough, that's it. It's like
you
you're
die.
fucked.
But I
the
do.
aliens coming.
I do find that hilarious how in that universe that they've created, for sure, if that happened, so I want to know the statistic of people who died because they farted. Like, imagine.
That is harder than Bird Box.
Have you watched that new movie on Netflix, Uglies?
No, it looks
No.
crap.
I got halfway through and it is honestly abysmal. It's so
Uglies?
bad.
It looked bad.
It's like, but yeah,
that, didn't
like
you?
the movie's literally like once you turn 16, you're Hollywood 4+5, and then you become like this like amazing, gorgeous person when you turn 16, and then there's like a few Peter Pans that go to Neverland. It's just shit.
Sounds
Right.
shit.
There's basically like people who don't want to do that and just want to be natural beauties, basically.
Okay.
But they're like cavemen, Peter Pan version, like Lost Boys.
Right.
And then in the end, the girl who does it becomes a beauty or something. And I'm just like, do you know what? You're all ugly.
Fierce.
Rotten
Rotten Tomatoes 2.5.
Yeah,
I-
I'm definitely going on my tomato rotters and telling them they're all rotted.
Tomato.
Gather my tomato rotters. Remember we was outside PLT and someone came up to us from their team and was like, oh, we're doing this TikTok. And they were trying to explain what the trend was. And me, I never tap on TikTok, like maybe like
No.
once a month. And I was literally, it took her like probably about 20 minutes to explain to me what we were doing. I was like, what?
I mean, that is literally you every
Yeah,
day,
that
babe.
is you. in
Yeah,
your
but I'm
day-to-day
just
life.
slow. People know this. Like,
Yeah, girl, talking to TikTok, I have started TikTok
oh, yeah? How's that going?
Again.
again.
Round two.
But no, I'm
The
actually,
second phase.
but I'm actually trying to like actually do
Okay.
it now.
Okay.
I have.
Go,
Yeah.
You were having a breakdown earlier saying that you're
I am,
fucking
because
giving
no-
it up.
Yeah, you were like
Hate
hating
everyone.
life.
At
And
the end of the day,
No, start TikTok.
at the end of the day, people only support rude girls and not local girls. That's how I feel.
I mean,
No
oh,
one
yeah.
supports her.
No, I
She
get.
gets it though. She gets
Yeah.
attention and love. And
I
support.
do, but,
anyway, I am trying TikTok and I'm actually putting my all into it. I've spent loads of money on like
£35 light.
Huh?
£35 light.
No, girl, £250 fucking.
What?
light.
You did
Like my
not
face.
spend 250.
£250.
You didn't.
250 whole
You didn't
pounds.
spend the money.
It's Klarna for sure. But I've actually spent the money. It's a cunt lie. Have
they're
you
not
seen my
awful.
videos like today? Like everything looks nice now.
Yeah,
that's
it looks
good.
nice.
Like
yeah,
now
the
I'm getting
background's
into it. I'm like,
nice.
the background looks good.
Yeah.
The front lights look good, and I'm like, okay, I'm now trying to do it.
But
People
the,
don't realize how much money that is.
no,
Like
No,
my,
yeah.
my setup, I've spent thousands.
yeah,
no,
on
you
to
you've
get, like,
you've spent
yeah.
Like it's crazy.
Dosh.
And I'm about to spend a whole lot more thousands.
yeah for a laptop and ugh no,
Like that.
couldn't be
That
me.
is
No.
like that's riches. It's
Yeah.
technology. It's like equipment and special things that for a certain camera, a certain
Yeah.
babe. For me to get a flash on my camera is an extra £300.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Just to have a
That's
flash.
wackadoodle.
This is
Like,
what's
but
hard,
that's
though.
money.
I just don't believe in that. I genuinely feel like there has to be. It's like, I don't know, with like drugstore makeup, that sort of thing. Like there has to be a way that you can do it and not spend that money.
Yeah, there is,
Because
but
I
it's
would
just-
never in my life
But
want to
you
spend
have
that
to
much.
Be really clued up.
I think it's also hardening just being like photography. It's like
Oh no, it's more than that.
it's like
No,
the
yeah,
other day
but-
I spent 3 hours sitting there trying to put a back set up and trying to like make sure this is lit before I sit there 4 hours getting into drag.
that's literally
And then I do the video and then it gets 200 views and I delete it and I'm literally crying.
Yeah, but
because
you-
I'm like, no one actually understands how much hard work it is. Yeah, it probably isn't viral video, but no one even gives it attention. And I'm sat there fucking putting all my love into this.
But also,
Babe, this is what I've had to go through. I've had to sit there for whole days sometimes, like a whole day, like 12 hours, just setting up a light and trying to get it right. I mean, I've had many breakdowns just
Yeah.
because I can't get it right. It's
shit.
been awful.
well, yeah,
It's
it's
so hard.
perseverance. You have to A, be dedicated to post that much.
Yeah.
You B, as you're starting content up, you're actually learning what sort of content does well
Yeah.
and what works for you. That's part of the process.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, of course, girls with like a bigger following, and I'm not discrediting anything you've done,
course.
but you know, she won Drag Race,
Yeah.
and I was on Drag Race.
Yeah.
So like it does.
It
Wah, wah, wah.
You didn't
no,
need to say it like that. You were top 4.
No,
babe.
but also,
yeah, but
were
like
just on it.
yeah, but I didn't get out of my season the biggest platform out of all the girls, but
you're going up there.
yeah, I'm getting
You're
up
still
there.
rising up there.
But it
Yeah,
comes
but
down to doing
that's
content.
down to
Yeah.
like finding out what works,
Yeah.
and I mean, I don't fully know because I, don't
also-
post enough.
I also
but
You
think
don't
it's-
post enough.
I also think it's
That's
about...
why. That's why you don't grow. It's 'cause
No.
Since I've been posting, I've gained 100k in a year.
The thing is with me is that I'm so sick of waiting to see a result, and I'm like, well, obviously I've had personal conversations with you prior that I'm not going to get into it fully.
Yeah, of course.
But like I've been doing this for so long, and it's not like I'm like, oh, well, I now deserve it. It's more just like I'm losing love. I'm like not putting as much love as I once was because I'm like, well, what's the point?
But I think the thing that you were doing was much more fruitful. You were like on stage going. That's how you start. And you were like constantly being flown around the world, doing this gig, doing that gig.
Yeah.
But now you're trying to do something that like is completely different to that.
Yeah.
You're now sat in front of a camera in your room.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's not going to be an easy shift, you
No.
know? So you're trying new things. Obviously the gigs are still there, but it's just no one gigs like it was back in the day.
No.
Oh no.
Do you know what I mean? So it's like
Yeah.
it's not a fact of like what you think it is. The reality is just some things change. Like look
Yeah.
at these you know, like Jeffree Star and stuff, and when they were doing, they literally like that was their thing, sitting there doing YouTube. Everyone was watching. When TikTok came along, I bet they all had massive mental breakdowns.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
literally, no one was watching their shit. All of a sudden, they had to completely divert
Yeah.
from doing what
And-
they knew
yeah.
for 10 years and done it by making bundles of money
Yeah.
to now completely changing and having to doing 30-second videos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, complete change.
It's
complete table turner.
Yeah. That
You
is
know?
no true, and it
It's
is
hard as well,
wild.
It's
because
those things.
It's like one of them things. It's like Vine. Then people who jumped on the trend first,
Yeah.
really got going, and then you trying to make Vines 2 months later, you're not going to be anywhere. Like TikTok's a bit more like you can become someone really quick, like the Demure girl, but
Yeah.
like it's not. It's a lot harder because everyone can get viral, but the people like the guy who does the dance that we did earlier,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
he does that, but he does it every day. The same dance, and they get millions. Like they go up. It's not that they go really
Yeah.
low. Like the
Yeah,
dancers go
of
up
course.
every time. It's like, but it's hard for someone just to start out and instantly get anything because that's how the algorithm's going.
Well,
Also,
everyone's
it's-
trying it.
Yeah.
Everyone's seeing this success
Yeah.
and trying it.
Yeah, but it's the one thing everyone wants, and I'm like, that's not normal. Also, you shouldn't want that because
No.
like there are bad things that come with that.
Yeah. You
There
can
are big like come downs. Like those things don't last forever.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can literally go from like you have like 2 or 3 viral videos,
Yeah.
maybe for a year or two you're earning $1, whatever.
Yeah.
But then you can so easily just be wiped off the face of the planet
Yeah.
because TikTok fame, unless you're business
not real
savvy,
fame.
yeah, unless you're business savvy to make it
No.
long term, majority
But
of these
that's not what
people
I'm
will be
trying to
nothing
do.
in a few years.
Like you're the same. We're not trying to be like TikTok famous. It's just like the brand. That's all I want to show. Is like me being me. Like, do you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like I'm not being like, oh my god, I'm a makeup artist or anything. I'm just like, I'm just doing me, looking pretty, like trying to find my niche, because I'm
But
like,
you're trying to get like the big thing from it, and it's like if you keep doing that with that intention, because you're not gonna get what you want, and you're gonna.
I just don't know.
Do
I'm just sick of waiting for everything. I'm just sick of seeing people getting things they don't deserve.
But that's how the world works.
That's
Yeah,
life.
I know, but I've had that my whole life, so I'm just a bit over it in general. And that's
get
not me
it.
being like boohoo me. It's just more like because I'm constantly waiting. Everyone's always like things are coming, and I've had I've had a shit year, and I'm just like a bit over it, and the year's about to end. And since January, everyone's been like, good things are coming, and literally 2 months to go, and the year's ended, and I've been waiting for this to come.
I know, I get what you're saying, but it doesn't mean anything.
So I'm like very much just sat in the same cycle of people telling me that something's gonna happen, and I'm just sat here like, when, honey? Because mummy's getting boring, the time's ticking.
Babe, a lot of these massive celebrities, look at fucking Chapel Roan. She did not become famous overnight. Like, she did eventually, but like the girl was literally, I don't know her full journey, but like she was doing it for a long time, and even her journey was short. You know, most of these celebrities and people are older, and they've had to do this for so long. That's why I'm like, talent. I think with TikTok, it really discourages artists and actual talented people, because we're seeing people just get famous like that, and it makes you degraded because you're like, what the fuck? But like, the reality is, if you are talented and you really love what you do, and that thing that you love, you won't ever stop doing it no matter what. Like, if you really find what you love, and one day it will happen, because it is persistence. And this whole TikTok, since even TikTok's been a thing, it is a short thing. Like, the people getting famous from that, it's just like, you know, I just look at the people that are famous, like really famous. How long has Beyonce been Beyonce? For a long time. You know, she's had to hustle that. And same as RuPaul.
That's extreme.
RuPaul has had to literally, like, she was doing drag way before she got famous in drag.
Yeah, literally.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, because she loved drag, she was born to be a star. It didn't matter about anything else. And I'm like, these people can get famous. These people can get famous in a day. This demure girl, bless her heart, she can get famous. But like, actual talent and persistence and what it is to be a true star will have its time. And I believe that. And I think if you are that, nothing will stop you.
That's the only thing that puts me off social media and scares me. I'm like, it's not, to me personally, it's just not real. So I don't take it. I don't take it seriously. It's like, if I've got something funny to post, I'll post it. If I've been asked to do a get rid of me, I'll post it. I mean, it would be good to get into more often posting, but I'm finding myself saying, oh, it'd be good. I'm not finding myself going, I want to. Like, if I don't want to do it, I ain't going to do it.
It does suck, because it's like, since you started your career, since stuff like TikTok and you being surrounded by like all this and us and everything, it's like, it's going to play with your mind and what you've always ever known, because you're going to question everything you've ever known.
It's just I mean, we spoke about it before, but it's like, the UK is dying in a sense that the drag's not mainstream enough anymore. And people are not buying tickets and supporting drag as much as that it once was. So drag shows are getting cancelled left, right and centre. So then me wanting to shift my career more on social media, so I'm still living LaBelle, because the thought of going back to a 9-to-5 job honestly makes me want to jump off the balcony.
But that won't happen.
No, I know it won't happen, but it's just the thought that kind of runs through my head sometimes.
No, it is. I feel the same.
And it's just me, that's just me being really broad, and like, I am just being like, I'm being really dramatic. I'm actually fine.
Yeah,
like,
but you're being
I'm
honest.
just being dramatic.
Yeah, but you're being honest.
And saying how it is for a lot of people. And it's just, that's the truth. It's like, I'm scared that I literally, for about 5-6 years, I've been a full-time entertainer in nightlife industry. And the thought that like now, a lot of my not my gigs, but gigs in general, have been taken away. Clubs have shut. People can't pay people anymore. It's just so many things in the UK are dying. So I'm like, okay, well, let me show LaBelle on social media. Or let me just try and do something maybe fresh for me, what I can kind of fall in love with drag again, because I'm at home. Do you know what I mean? Or I'm filming the podcast, so I'm getting into drag anyway. So I'm like doing that, but I think the thing is with me, it's like, I'm a Scorpio. Everything, I put my heart, love in everything I do. And it's like, I've always done that, where I have my heart out on show for everyone to kind of punch it. And as soon as it gets punched, and then my world goes crashing down instantly. And that is just me altogether. Like, I can give a friend my whole life, give them every bit of whatever I've got, and as soon as they do me wrong, that's it. That's the same thing. It's like, I give them everything, and as soon as it goes back tumbling down, I go with it, and then I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
Does that make
no?
sense?
It makes perfect sense, and it's just because you love what you do so much. So to see that potentially at risk is heartbreaking. Because yeah, it's true. I couldn't go back to a normal job. You couldn't go back to a normal job. This is who you are. It's part of your identity.
Yeah.
Drag is part of you. So you can't just take that out of you.
I think it's important. I think it's also like, to me, my general opinion about all this is like, I believe you're very talented.
Yeah.
And you're also very much like me. And I relate to you a lot. I relate to you a lot as where like, you're so defeating, but also like, you know, you can't appreciate any of the good things that have ever happened. But you're also really hardworking and you just are talented.
Like, the things that are deserving, I know that it's a long way, and I get that, and that's why I'm not stressed about getting on Drag Race. I'm not stressed about anything because I'm like, I don't know what's gonna be. Like, I know that I'm a star. I know that. I just don't know what. I'm like, I'm one of these people. It's like when you give me a gift and you say it's a surprise, I don't want it to be a surprise. Tell me now. Like, where's the Illuminati? Like, do you know what I mean? Give me like, stop beating around the bush. I don't want to go and follow a white rabbit. I want to be told now.
You never know. Like, the thing is, like, we are young. I know you say you feel old, but you
You are young.
And like, there are so many. It could be tomorrow and something happens. You never know. Like, this could be the thing that you're known for, being on the podcast. Do you know what I mean? So you've got so many talents. I'm like, things change, things adjust, and like one day because. At the end of the day, if you give up, it's the people that give up.
Yeah.
A lot of people give up.
Yeah.
So many people give up. Whether it's like mentally or like artistically, they give up. We see it all the time with Drag Race. When people don't get what they want, they give it up.
Yeah.
And like, at the end of the day, especially hard times like this, it will filter out the weak.
Yeah.
And it will get rid of the people that aren't prepared to put in the fucking gruesome sweat, blood, and tears into their art. People that do, which I believe you are, they will come through.
Yeah.
And you always have to just be like, you just have to remain who you are.
Yeah.
You have to find the things that you love, the small things, and you just have to keep going because you just never know. Because no one can tell the future.
No.
And that's the beauty of life. It's like, you never know what's around the corner. It could be something you say, and all of a sudden, bam.
Yeah.
Demure girl, she said demure, the bitch is fucking...
Minted.
Literally, like, you never know what's around the corner and where you're, and it won't be something you expect.
No, I know. That's the thing. I know it's that, and that's what pains it even more. It's like it's the thing is like when you don't look for a boyfriend is when you get a boyfriend.
Yeah,
it's like that's the bit what pains me the worst because I'm like I know it is that, and I'm like I know I don't normally care, but I'm just having a fucking. I've had the worst weekend, as DEDE knows, as she's with this fucking awful weekend I've had. So it's all just crashing down. Like
I know.
I'm just having like a funny 5 minutes.
But I get you. We all have this. It's always
but
Yeah.
you sitting there and saying with such chest that you know you're a star is the first major step.
Yeah.
Because I think Lady Gaga someone said this. I think it was Gaga. It's like if you are doing something but you don't have any faith in it or you don't believe in it, it's pointless.
Yeah, it's pointless. Absolutely pointless.
Yeah.
So you know, at least you've got that step. And I think it's more you're just frustrated because you know you have that drive and it's just not being reciprocated in your image yet. But I do think if you look back at your career, where you've come from as Reese Boy, you've made so much progress and you are a name in London. People know who you are. You've got a good following. You haven't been on the show and a lot of people know who you are.
Yeah.
So it's you are in a fierce position. It's just hard when things like money, gigs, and I don't know how busy you are, how busy you look, interfere with it. But they're just you know they're obstacles. It doesn't matter.
They're literally obstacles. That's all they are. And I'm like as I said, there are a lot of people that won't be able to overcome them obstacles.
No.
There are a lot of people we see that just like go, oh, I've got no gigs. Oh, I'm that means the sign to quit.
Yeah.
And it's like you can quit, but that's it. That's the end of the road. You've met the dead end right there.
The biggest obstacle.
Yourself.
Yeah.
It truly is though.
I'm a busy girl and I'm like still working fucking 4 nights a week, but it's just in general.
Cool.
It's just a general thing. I'm just talking about everyone, like the industry as a whole, and then how I'm.
Well, I get you. There is an aura. And this has been we talked about this before. There is an aura in the air that things are like not as great. I mean, I swing in and out. Sometimes I think, oh no, it is getting better. It's actually quite fierce. And then sometimes I'm like, oh no, it's not. And it's just weird, but you just got to stay on track.
Oh, of course.
Because at the end of the day, if there's not another option, there's not another option.
No,
that's
of course,
it.
Yeah.
You just got to constantly. This is all I do, and what I've done since Drag Race, because I've been put through the, dragged through the mud. I've been I've had to deal with a lot of things at a young age,
Hmm.
and like, you generally have to make lemonade out of lemons constantly. I made so much lemonade out of lemons.
Yeah.
My content, the people would be gagged to see what it looked like behind the scenes.
Yeah.
But the outcome,
Yeah.
impeccable.
Yeah.
You know, and that is something you have to do with life constantly. You
Yeah.
have to use what you're given
Yeah.
and make the most of it and
Yeah.
really go off. And, you know, people's perceptions. People think I live in a castle. Bitch, I do.
And I'm the troll in the dungeon.
Gingerbread hat.
Yeah, that's my team.
Yeah, no, that's definitely, I don't know. I relate to you a lot though, because I mean, I don't relate to you in terms
I
of,
relate to it a lot.
not in terms of the self-confidence, because I think you've got more of that, but
No, that's the thing. I know who I am. I'm
Yeah.
fully established. I know my brand. I know
Yes.
I know everything about me. I think that's the one. I think that's what annoys me even more is that I know my capabilities, and it's not like oh my god, get me famous now, and then it's done. I'm like, no, I know what my worth is. I know what I studied, and I know where I could be.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, stop putting busted queens on your fucking show and put talent on it, and you might actually have a better outcome, and people might actually support drag.
I mean, like,
Well,
T.
That's also
yeah.
And it's not even me. It's just like there's so many fierce fucking queens
Yeah.
that apply every year and don't get it. Sorry, but that's
but
it.
also the difference is
and
that,
I'm done now ranting, but
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
that is it. There's so many
but this
iconic
is
queens, and I'm
obvious.
just
They're not
like,
showcasing talent. It's all about personality. It's TV.
I know it's TV. but
Otherwise, it'd be a pageant. It'd be like Miss
people need to
Continental.
fall in love with drag again. But then I
to
go
it.
to drag shows and there'd be rude girls on it or like normal queens, and it's just so lackluster. People have never even performed before.
Yeah, that's
And then people are going for the first time to go support drag, and they're like, "What am I watching?
yeah. But you know,
Why are they going to buy a ticket for another show?"
yeah. But if that's their choice, if they want to make their decision off that,
I also think it's good to use your frustration of everything to like make you do better. I think that's like kind of what you have to have a bit of like hatred in you and bitterness, because it is sometimes the only thing that drives you to like
Yeah.
get what you want. Sometimes those things like those like what you have because you are frustrated and you are frustrated because you know you're talented. You won't stop being frustrated, but it's kind of good because
Yeah.
it will force you
Well, it's a drive.
to do. It's a drive. And that's what you need. If you don't have a drive, there won't fucking nothing happening. Anyway, let's change the subject slightly.
let's lighten it up.
What's going on for you guys in the week? I've got fucking this week.
I mean, we're
I've-
about to go to heaven today.
Yeah, we
Yes.
got Heaven. We're about to leave and do disco dragathons. We have our,
Yes.
everyone know we're at Heaven monthly.
I'm just gonna
honey.
theme.
I was again going through some awfulness the last 2 weeks, and then we did Friday, and I was with Tamara, Cara, and Michael, and we did such a fierce number.
Oh, it was
and I
beautiful.
made all these outfits for them, and and it just like it
The
was.
picture was
I worked
insane.
hard. Yeah, I worked hard for it. And that felt good. I felt amazing. And I felt amazing all weekend. Even though there are still some things that are like not right, I'm like, I don't feel a shit about them.
No,
Because I'm like, whatever, life's not that deep.
Yeah.
Good for you.
But
What if
anyway,
you whipped up in a day?
Yeah,
a day, and I
literally.
passed out fully
they're
clothed
great.
in my bed. Woke up at 5 a.m, like, what? What the hell? But yeah, no, it's been a good weekend, and then I'm very busy for the next 2 weeks. But
Yeah,
let's talking of busyness.
No, I'm so busy. I literally go to Paris Fashion Week tomorrow in 7 hours. Literally,
Yeah,
I'm having
she's
all
not-
night
she's not gonna
tonight after
sleep.
the show, so I can get to Paris. And then after that, I fly to Mexico to see my Mexican fans.
Yeah,
And I can't wait because I've never been to Mexico, and I know you've always wanted me to be there, and I'm finally coming. Obviously, this will come out by the time I've been in Mexico. It was fab. And then after
Crystal
that,
punches fans at gig.
And then we're back at heaven.
Oh my god, yeah,
Oh my god.
yeah,
And then I'm off to
Gag.
Manchester, I think.
yeah. Yeah, because I'm
We've
in
got a
Manchester the
crazy
week
2
before
weeks.
her.
And then it's your birthday the week after.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah. Very.
Honey!
What about you?
I fell over at heaven on Saturday.
Oh, please. Right, this number. So basically, we're at Heaven again. Oh god, I practically lived at Heaven this weekend.
That was my 5th day this week.
Literally might as well set up a bed. We did this number to my mix, and it's a big dancey drag mix. And
The number was
Yeah,
fierce.
we choreoed
The
it.
number was fierce. It was like actually going to be insane.
Yeah,
And
our
it was
rehearsal
really
went so
choreographed,
well.
Really fierce. We got to the night. They've mopped the floor 2 minutes before the song starts. The floor. I'm in pleasers, and the floor was soaking wet. I could not feel the floor, and I could not walk. So then I'm like literally trying to like stay on the floor and not like get a side of my shoe so I fall. The whole time. We've got 3 minutes in this number. It's all going really good on this wet floor. It comes to a bit where we're cartwheeling all together. I go in for the kill at the cartwheel, and I've obviously went to land on my foot, but I've gone on the side of my foot before the foot, and I've literally stacked it onto the floor like a beach whale in front of all the...
Can I talk about it from my point of view?
Yeah, but this is how I felt. And and then I was raging on stage, and then I look over... And everyone's kind of expecting me to know what's going on. And I don't know what's going on because I've just fell. And the song's just gone out of my head. Yeah. So then we're all just standing on stage going...
Yeah, we start pumping our fists. So we all go to the side and we all cartwheel at once. So I luckily do the cartwheel and land. And then when I get up, I hear someone scream.
Yeah.
I hear someone go, ah! And then I'm like, oh God, what's happened? Then I look over and I see BELLE on the floor in a lunge or something. I couldn't tell what she was in. But I was like, okay, well, something's gone wrong. And then basically Bones who was part of the number 2, had screamed because she was furthest back, but all the coats we threw off were in her way. So she couldn't cartwheel. So... she's just run to the other side of the stage.
You showed me the video. She screams because she's in the wrong place, and you're about to cartwheel.
No, she told
on her.
No, she told. No, it's not that. She told me it's because of the coat. She said she couldn't cartwheel because the coats were in her way.
Bear in mind that's going on, and I'm on the floor.
You're still in a lunge.
Babe,
She's having a stretch.
I'm on the floor.
That's how she did that split.
Yeah.
I'm in the floor in my VS on a wet floor with my long ass hair on, not knowing what's going on. And then there was meant to be a bit where we had CO2, like big smoke guns.
Yeah, like smoke, huge smoke.
They weren't there.
Yeah, so we were told they'd be there, and they weren't there. Right when we went on, we realised they weren't there. So
we'll make do, and then I've jumped into the fartiest split.
There's a little sound effect. It goes, and that's all it does. And she jumps into a split on the.
Yeah, I'm sorry, that's funny.
Literally, me and Bones have walked, like dramatically strutted to the back of the stage while she's at the front, like doing her thing. But we have no smoke, we have no prop, we have no production. So all we do is just walk off stage and then walk back on. Like it was dog shit.
Sounds like success.
No, but I'd come off and this is how I know I'm in a good zone this weekend. I'd come off and be fuming, but I came off and I was just laughing hysterically.
Yeah.
Because I was like, this is drag.
This is also what made it worse, is that I've walked off knowing that I've just humiliated myself. I've never been on stage and flopped that hard. And I knew it was really hokey pokey from all of us. So I've walked off being like, ugh. DEDE and Bones got the biggest grins on their face. Like, they've just smashed it. And I'm like, that was awful. They're like, what?
God, no, Bones was fuming too.
No, she weren't until I started kicking off.
Oh, yeah, then she was fuming. But I weren't. I was just laughing.
So I was like, the floor's wet!
I'm just sitting there
that's
like...
The worst thing. If you have a wet floor in a club, fucking dry that shit up. Because that is a death hazard.
Well, that's the thing. You could have easily broken... Imagine we all fell and broke something and we all had to just get up and walk off. Could you imagine?
I've had that before.
3 broken ladies on stage.
The thing is, it's the worst thing because you can't lift your feet. Like, you actually have to, like, wobble and stay in the same spot.
And I was.
Because even if you walk, you got to walk a certain way.
Yeah.
So you trip over your own. It's awful.
And it was funny.
It was funny.
I was angry, and then we watched the video, and everything was bad. And I was like, okay, it wasn't me.
Yeah, no, everything was.
It was bad.
It was that end bit when so much had happened, so much had gone wrong that we like at the end of the number, we all look at each other because we're like, what?
No, this is how delusional we were. We didn't know when the end of the song was, so the end pose happened and we're still dancing.
Yeah, and then do you know what you did? I looked at you when we finished, and you literally went, ugh, and turned around. She rolled her eyes so obviously, let out a big ugh, and then walked off the stage. I was screaming. Go to Heaven every Saturday for more fierce shows.
Heaven again tonight. Let's hope we don't slip.
Right, we're taking it to the group chat, babies.
Let's go. What they got to say?
Right, someone anonymous has said, I've been friends with a fellow queen for a little while now, and I've started to pick things up, mostly that she has started to copy me. I don't mind sharing tips and ideas, but when she copies my makeup, wigs, outfits, and even my custom mixes and uses them for her shows, do I confront her or do I not?
Crystal, we live together. You can say this to my face.
2 friends.
Yeah.
One's a fierce queen. Mm-hmm. The other one wants to be fierce like her and copied everything about her, even down to her mixes. Mm-hmm. Does the fierce one confront the busted one?
Yes. Absolutely.
My approach to this would maybe be like,
You need a receipt.
if you're friends,
Yeah.
you just maybe be like, hi, this is how I feel.
Yeah.
And I just think it personally be better for you to find or try something new and different instead of doing the same thing or similar thing to what I do, because you'll never find your own brand.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go, because when people are like this and you kind of go straight in with the knife of like, you're a
copied
copy,
me. Yeah.
you're nothing, it never works out.
I think there's difference between being inspired
Yes.
Yeah.
and being like, I love my friend, I love what they do, I'm inspired by that. But if it's more just like to the absolute point blank copy and you're doing everything, then I'm like, no, you need to say something.
Yeah, you do.
It's like you had
Yeah, you do.
It's like you've had a rude girl literally copy your makeup,
Yeah.
your style, and then do the exact same numbers as you and do the same moves.
Oh my god, yeah, she copied my mixes.
Yeah. So you've had this done to you.
Yeah. It's annoying.
And you've had to confront
I had to
them.
confront them.
Yeah.
No.
Because I'm like, at the end of the day, this is my job. Like, you can't be copying my job and like claiming things are yours, you know? And I think that goes around. It's like, you're an artist. If someone's copying your art and trying to sell it for a cheaper price, basically, what I experienced, then, you know, you got to call it out, because that's,
DEDE.
at the end of the day, to me, that's
girl.
fraudulent. And I don't like fraudulent people. But yeah, I think it's just like, you put so much into your art, especially when you're like, from what we're hearing, you're like the trailblazer of the friends.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you got to be respectful and just be like, you know, try and find your own thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think
But
it's
also take it as a compliment, because it must mean
And
your hair,
that.
makeup, and costumes and mixes are really pussy tuna. So I'm like,
Yeah.
at least something is working.
it's
for
so
you.
annoying, because as LaBelle said, I've experienced it, and you just want to lash out. And you just
Yeah.
want to be like, fuck off. But it is that. Like, you got to take it as a
You've got to have a
compliment.
really good receipt.
Yeah, and you do need to have the receipts there. if
Yeah.
I
you're
think
gonna
I
confront
think
them.
you've got to do something where like it's got to be like, yeah, they might copy the same eye shape, or yeah, they might do a black cat suit and they might do something similar to the mix. But it's when you do, for instance, if DEDE did a yellow blush and a black clip,
Yeah.
and then the girl the next day does the exact same thing, you're like, girl.
Well, it's so specific.
But when it's
That's
that
the thing.
specific,
when it's specific.
when it's
like
really
that.
obvious, then you can maybe say something.
Yeah, I don't
But if
think-
it's just
I
a new
think-
dye and
But
a new
then
clip,
I
you
don't
can't say
think
shit.
frustrating
I
if
don't
you
think
do that.
I think people do stuff like that not out of spite or like unless they like secretly hate you. They don't do it like a mean thing. It's just
No, I
it's
don't
just
think
a subconscious way
Yeah.
of them trying to find their own brand. Because if someone's right in front of them,
Yeah.
it's you know.
But that's what happens though. It's like when you're
But it is annoying.
When you're friends with people, you like, we're all inspired by each other. But luckily
Yes.
we've all got our own brands. But it's so easy to be consumed in the person who's having the success and wanting to be like that. Do you get what I mean? So if like, for instance, someone who's really pretty and getting loads of compliments, the friend's going to want to be pretty to
Yeah.
get the compliments as well.
That's natural.
I also
Yeah.
think in this particular situation, if this hasn't gone on for long, leave it. But if this is something that's gone on for like a year or 2 years, or it just keeps happening, like really give it its time, then say something.
Yeah.
But I also think, like, I've done stuff in the past where I've been inspired by someone. It's been very similar. But then after I've done it, I've gone on to something else, because it's enabled me to like find what I
Yeah.
wanted to do and find my niche
Yeah.
and my
Yeah.
my style of what that was. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because that's all about being inspired. So maybe
Yeah.
she's just in her current thing of like really being inspired
Just
by
playing
you.
around,
And in
yeah.
a few months, she might go and like branch
new
off from
thing,
that and
yeah.
find her style. So I'd say be patient with it. Don't
Yeah.
confront it yet. But if it's something that's gone on for like years, maybe, and if it's that irritating to you, then maybe just bring it up politely.
Yeah.
Just be like, look, I want you to find your own style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my advice.
Yeah, girl.
T. But before we go, let's do Girl of the Week.
Girl of the Week. Well, Chaperone is currently touring the UK.
Yeah.
And she has customly selected 3 queens each show. So there
Yeah.
was 6 in London.
Nine.
Nine
Yeah,
in
she
London.
did 3
There was 3
days.
shows.
Yeah.
And we've had a lot of our favourite queens in the shows. One of them made this fucking outfit, which is
Oh, yeah.
quite
Yeah,
insane.
Ruby Sinclair.
Yeah, Ruby, you're amazing. Love you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we love you. But we are going to give Girl of the Week to my gorgeous drag daughter, Jordan Horowitz.
Well done, girl. You're girl of the week.
Who
Looked insane.
fucking slayed. Slayed Chaperone.
Yeah.
Forgot
She
her
did.
name then. And it was insane. An 8-minute mega mix of Lady Gaga. It was really insane. And also, fun fact for the tea backstage, she actually wore Crystal's finale outfit that never
Yes.
arrived.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
Yeah,
So
you gave
the
that to
outfit
her.
Jordan wore, it was actually
Yes.
Crystal's original finale outfit.
So, yes, I don't know if I've told the story before, but for Drag Race, there was a specific look that I wanted for the finale. It arrived. It was awful. And I had to wear my money runway
Yeah.
for my finale,
No,
which
it
is what you saw.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I never used this runway for the finale because it was awful on me. So I gave it to Jordan, and
Yeah.
and she's made it work. It looks
it
really
looks
gorgeous. It came with a
insane.
train, and she wears
Yeah.
it as a gorgeous catsuit because it also
Yeah.
didn't fit me. It was so small,
Yeah.
and she's tinier than me. Fuck you.
Yeah.
No one's tinier than me. But yeah, she looks amazing. So yeah,
Yeah.
clock that tea. Go and see that, and you will get a sneak peek onto what would have been my finale look.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah,
But
it'd
yeah,
be in
well
a
done, Jordan. You
highlights
killed
or
it.
something.
And she's a
so
gorgeous
tacky.
little doll in her what wig.
Her
I
brand new
know.
What wigs arrived just in time
She's
for
also
Chaperone.
she's also just the makeup girly.
She's
She's like-
how old is she? 19 still.
Yeah, literally
It's
19.
crazy.
She's like the new little me. On the
Yeah.
London.
It is.
Yeah.
I do think
She
that
just does like a little
sometimes.
custom.
She's got her own brand, but like
kind of doing. It's really cute.
yeah, she's
She gets inspired by her auntie.
Yeah.
she's one to watch for sure. Jordan's insane.
The
Yeah, I love
beauty's
her.
honey.
Yeah, really good.
Anyway, that is the episode.
That
That
is-
is it.
that
We got a
is-
gigarama.
We
I need
do.
a drink after all that depressing talk. Fucking hell.
Yeah, it goes good to let it out.
You
This
got
is
it
your
all.
therapy.
Your
I
check.
blame the Red Bull.
This is your therapy. This makes me need therapy.
Well, anyway, thank you for tuning in to this gorgeous Sunday episode of
The Girls.
And we will see you next week with more Dolly shenanigans.
Make sure to subscribe, like,
Oh my
follow,
God.
share, and ring
Yes.
that fucking label icon
Yeah.
over in this corner.
And
Boom,
also,
boom,
we
boom.
want to hear more of your anonymous messages for the group chat. So
Yes.
if you haven't already, the link will be in the description for the group chat.
Yeah.
This is where you can literally anonymously tell us your confessions, your arguments you've had, and if you want advice from us, the girls, then
Yeah.
put it in there. We will get to it next episode. So write what you want, get whatever you want off your chest like we have today.
Yeah.
And we'll see you next Sunday, bitches.